All right, this is the new Uli HQ. Paul drove down to help me set this up. It's been a project of mine I've been waiting to do. I wanted to get a nice office space with some depth behind. Hoping to do podcasts, lives, any interviews that I do. I wanted to have something like really clean set up, and he helped me just kind of kill it. Let's show you guys a couple things that I have on the shelves and why they made the shelf. All right, so first thing, we gotta put this bad boy on because this is important to me for a few reasons. A lot of people don't know that I was raised in a really small town, country town in Arizona. Sholo was actually named from a poker game. Legend has it, way back in the day, two guys were playing cards, gambling for high stakes, and one of them put up the land where Sholo is now Sholo. And they played low card for all the land. And so the first guy draws the deuce of clubs, wins all the land. Now the main street that goes down Sholo is called Deuce of Clubs. So it's a really country town. In the middle of the park, there's a spot where apparently these guys played the poker game, and there's two cowboys playing cards. And it's just a statue, which is super sweet. What else do we got here? I got this. I've had a few fans draw some portraits of me. This is the first one that I actually got. I have a pastry die here. They've always been my favorite die company. And they've really kind of owned the logo and really brought it into some of their designs, which I'm very appreciative of. Bushnell, I have a lot of Bushnell stuff up just because they've really hooked it up. This, I'm a huge Steelers fan. One of the guys who work at Gatekeeper Media was in an airport and he saw Terry Bradshaw and he went up to him, and that's the only disc that he had, so he had him sign it, and he said, hey, one of my friends is a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, could you sign this disc? And he gave that to me. Up top here shows my love for sports and just history of sports. I'm a big card collector. Babe Ruth, we have a original Michael Jordan rookie. All three of the rookies are up there. Not in the best shape, but just that was one of my goals in my life, is to get one of each of those. Of course, Tom Brady's rookie card's up there, and I have a few others that I'm going to put up eventually that I have. I have some graded cards of myself, Macbeth, Barsby, a few of my favorite players that I'll be put. Oh, here's one of them actually. One of my good friends, Dan Mears, is a huge card collector, and he was one of the first, I feel like, to send in the Pro Tour cards and get them graded. So that's super rare. Patrick Mahomes, I mean, that dude is just going to keep getting better. One of the things I want to do as well is with the podcast that I start, sorry, I feel kind of goofy with this thing. But one of the things I want to do with the podcast that I start is I want to interview other athletes from other industries and kind of compare their journey compared to a lot of other disc golfers' journeys and how they get to the top, or maybe they don't and they struggle along the way and they hit mini tours, because I feel like that's what happens a lot in disc golf. Is there, you know, when you think about it, like C tiers and B tiers is kind of like our Corn Ferry Tour in a way. It's a good way for people to get seen and get recognized, but there's not a lot of money in it. But that grind is super important to me because I feel like that's how I got where I am. So interviewing other athletes and their journeys is something I want when I do start a podcast. I want that to be like the main focal point of that podcast. Obviously, Uli logo, thank you, Germ. Big Germ is the designer of this. I paid him $100. And still to this day, he tells me that I owe him money. Typical Germ. Paid in full. This is important to me right here. The Yakins Challenge, first place open division. The reason that's up there is because Sarah, my girlfriend, that was the first tournament she watched me live competing, and she was there to see me. I went to the last 3 holes and I was down by a few, and I made some ridiculous putts, and I remember thinking, like, this girl is gonna think I'm a loser. Like, I'm the best player here and I'm losing. But I was battling one of my best friends, Dan Hastings, who probably hates this story. But I end up tying it up going into the last hole. We end up going to a playoff, and I win in the first hole of the playoff. But it meant a lot to me just because I put a lot of pressure on myself to perform for a different reason than just myself. I was like, dang, I have this girl here and she's gonna think I'm terrible if I don't win. And so I was able to clutch up and we're still together to this day. So I think this tournament had a lot to do with it. Up here, this is important to me because this, the lawyer right now, his name's Chris Clark that I'm working with, and he helps me with the Uli Institute and the foundation. He's helped me with all the legality issues, and he is now the president of the Leadership Foundation. He got this trademarked. My logo is actually trademarked under me, so, but that's pretty much it. Thank you, Paul, for coming. He drove at least 3-4 hours to come do this for me and help me out, get this ready. I don't like to do things and have it, you know, my old setup was just super busy. It got the job done, but it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to have like a professional, like studio type place that, you know, I see when I watch other YouTubers who are super good at what they do. With that being said, let's take a quick look of what this studio is actually going to look like. What do you guys think? I think it looks amazing. One of the reasons why I wanted to make something that looks appealing to everybody as well is because I was inspired a lot with video stuff, being better in front of the camera by none other than the Joman's crew. I owe them pretty close to everything. A lot of my successes come from those guys. So I want to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away 3 stickers and Captain's Raptor, because of course without Discraft I would have nothing. How you can win is guess how many stamps are on this. How many letters? Guess how many letters in the comments.
What?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Guess how many letters are on this. If you guess the correct amount, the first person to add it in the comments, the correct amount, you'll win this disc along with 3 Jomas stickers. This one has a Uli stamp on the back, so that's 3 letters. I'm giving you guys a little hint there. Do it now. And speaking of the Corn Ferry Tour, I've been playing a lot of golf lately because of the bum shoulder. Enjoy. Come with me to a country club that I just joined, Rock Hill Country Club. Check it out. Alright, we're here at Rock Hill Country Club, and Wednesday night is Dogfight night. What that is, it's basically a league where your handicap mixed in with your good shots and your birdies and your pars create points. Person with the most points teamed up with another random person wins. It's $10 to play. Fun day here at Rock Hill Country Club. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're starting on hole 2, which is Chris's. Chris, come here. Favorite hole. The last time we started on this hole, he dropped a bomb in from about 70 feet for birdie.
About 70 feet for bird.
He's the best player here, by the way.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time. We got Chris, we got Tyler, who's actually one of my PTs.
Yep.
And he's the absolute best PT. He also shot 1 under last week. Seth, my good buddy,
we'll slice it off the planet.
But he's got a controlled slice, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's controlled. He aims it left, it goes right. That's called control. Andrew.
What's up?
Is a famous banker. And he's the best with money, with numbers, so we always make him in charge of the score. Oh no. Sport!
I
don't think.
The good thing is like, even if you take like a 6 or something, it's only -1 point. Which is, you can see, you can barely see my ball. It's buried. But better than this guy's shot. But, go! Not that bad. Like no chance to get it out of there.
Pretty good.
Hit it. Oh, hit his ball.
Come on.
Oh. This is fun. We're having fun. Super fun. Attaboy, baby. Oh, baby. You're right. I have a little fun sometimes. When I'm on tour, no drinks, no anything. Ask Sarah. Sarah, right? I'm a good boy.
Very good boy, yeah.
Very good boy.
I don't know that boy.
But when I'm with the boys, we have a little fun, don't we, Seth?
We do.
We do.
That's why I said I don't know that boy.
That's how. That's how we do. That's how I'm able to take double bogey. Just get over it. 1 second. One and done. All right. Tyler's literally kicking my. I'm not having it. So we gotta hit a good one here. Bunker. Still gotta be a good citizen of the golf course. You rake. And you see this? This is other people's crap. My dad always told me, leave it better than you found it. I think that's better than I found it. Oh, hold on.
Stay there. Softly. Softly. Big right.
Be the right distance. Yes. We're on the dance floor. I was saying, Sarah, show them our birdie dance. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Show us.
When was that birdie dance?
There's no birdie
No
dance.
birdie dance.
There isn't one. Come on.
Me too.
Andrew, what am I
Actually,
at?
I need eagle to make points. I need birdie to make -1.
You're at 8.
Oh,
Minus, like, okay.
so I need a birdie to get to 12 minus 3. Oh no. I don't know. We can do it though.
There it is.
Start.
Oh, there you go. Good start.
In the ground. Get over that hill. Are you? Not bad.
Oh, come on.
I want to do it in my whole heart.
$10.
Tyler came out hot at the
Good
end.
stuff, man. Nice birdie.
I know, man. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Wait a minute.
All right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
It's on film now.
In the dogfight, the only way you can get away with a -6 is if your partner, you can ask any of these people, if your partner also scores a -6. Because if I score a +4, we're still in -2. Not good. Second to last place. Congrats to the winner. My guy Billy shoots 3 under par to get +9. That's good shooting. Thanks for joining us for this video. That's Rock Hill Country Club. We had a blast. We had 5 guys on the card and it was freaking awesome.